Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to PCG Live. It's your boys, your favorite video gamers. Your boys, Dr. Eggplant
That's right.
and Showtime. What's going on, guys?
What's up, my dude?
How's it going?
Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. A lot of interesting stories this week.
Yeah, so we got today's show is going to be very interesting. Today's show is going to be a lot of um, political stuff. We're going
Oh,
to talk
political.
talk some Pokemon stuff. So I think this is more of a general conversation than kind of day instead of our typical, hey, this is coming out. But I guess we're kind of all over the place with all our conversations. So,
Yeah, for the most part.
in
I mean,
general,
E3 is pretty much donezo
yep,
at the moment. And now we're moving on to another certain event
yep.
that's coming up in Labor Day weekend.
So, yep, yep. So,
I won't
okay.
make you do the drum roll today. So.
Ah,
I know you can if you want.
no, no, no. I mean that like in a good way. Like, oh, good.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. You don't have to do. No, we don't have to do the countdown today. We
Yeah,
got many more weeks before the countdown's done
yeah, yeah.
for that. So.
Let's see what we got in the news. Pokemon Masters release date window revealed.
Uh huh.
Do you have the date for that, my friend?
Do I have? All right, so
I just
I
clicked
haven't,
on it, so it's
I
loading.
haven't
It's
had a
going over.
chance to look at this. Just been
Summer.
freaking working all day.
Yeah, it's coming on the summer.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah. So no official release date yet for Pokemon Masters,
No.
but they did have a little mini presentation today, showing off some gameplay of it, and so it's going to be a 3-on-3 situation, and the catch is you only get to use one Pokemon. So you have it's you and two other people. You use one Pokemon 3-on-3 against a team of three on the other side.
Mm.
So it's almost kind of like,
Sorry.
all right, the genre is not even close, but the only 3-on-3 I can think of is like Apex,
Mm.
but it's almost like a battle royale, but it's not a battle royale.
Right.
But I feel like a lot of games are going to like three people teams now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, yeah. The three person team. Oops, is starting to become more of a thing.
Yeah, because even during the Gears presentation with Escape, that was a 3-man team, and I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I hate three man. I hate three
Yeah,
man.
like why three?
Yeah. What's up, pops? And mom. Is that mom too?
That is grandmother.
Oh, grandma.
Yeah, grandma.
He's just saying hi. He's just continuously waving.
Yeah. We'll just
Um,
keep going.
yeah, he's like, just ignore that guy in the background.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I hate the 3v3, by the way.
It's just a weird number. Like
Yeah.
it's been 4.
But I guess it will
Why
take
not
us
a team of 4?
I guess it will take us a little while to get used to it.
I guess so, but I'm just
I
like,
don't
why
want
not
to.
a team of 4? It's always been 4. Like when you got an N64, it was 4-player. When you got all kinds of other systems before, it was 4-player local. All of a sudden, we're doing 3. It's like it's so weird.
I guess I'll take it. I guess.
For now.
I'm not happy about it, but I'll take it.
Yep. And just a little refresher on the game. It's supposed to have all the trainers from every generation in this game, including, gym leaders, Pokemon League champions, the Elite Fours. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. I like the concept of it, especially for a cell phone game. So
Mm.
looks
Yeah,
interesting.
it is definitely, in my opinion, a very interesting way to go with the game.
I agree. We'll have to see how it works with mobile.
Very. Yep. Um, Steam sale, Steam summer sale starts today. Um,
Oh no, Steam Summer Sale's been started.
no, it says it started today.
It said it started today.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I could have swore I went on there the other day and it had the Steam sales going on.
They always have sales. It's just not the summer sale.
Yeah, summer sale started on June 25th.
It says here 27th.
Yep. 25th. I don't know who's doing whatever.
And sale.
Oh my goodness, look at this. There are some pretty sweet deals that I saw right out the gate on the front page. So here's some notables for you guys if you are looking to get to improve your PC library like me. Um, let's see.
I'm not.
Resident Evil.
I'm not really impressed with this list, if I'm gonna be honest. But this
What?
kid, like, I, I'm gonna have to go to the store page because,
Oh, I mean, I'm on the store page right now.
yeah.
You'll see more of it on the store page.
Okay, I
Um,
got it.
here's some. I'm going to point out the notables. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
Rage 2 is 33% off at $40.19.
Hmm.
Super Hot VR is $15, 40% off. Um, let's see. Return of the Obra Dinn is that's only 10% off. Never mind.
Hmm.
Resident Evil 2 is 39, 59, 34% off. That is a steal, which I would absolutely recommend you guys pick that up. For all the Dying Light fans, 66% off Dying Lights, 13.59. Let's see.
Halo Wars Definitive Edition, $7.99.
Halo Wars Definitive Edition, 60% off at $7.99. That is a fantastic deal, except I suck at that game.
No, Neo,
Ne-
1999.
Neo is $19.99, 60% off, a
That's,
big time purchase. I still have to play. I
yep.
still have to play it.
Black
Let's.
Ops 3, $29.99, 50% off. Far Cry 5, 1979 at 67% off.
I just saw Black Ops 4. Where was Black Ops 4? Oh, it's down here.
Rocket League, $10.
Rocket League is $10, 50% off. Yep, Call of Duty is $29.99. I may scoop that.
Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World is $29.99, half off, which is a big time thing. Borderlands Handsome Collection, I can't get a price because it's already in my library. Let's see. Oh, Bloodstain. No, that's 10% off. Sekiro is 20% off at $47.99. That's not a bad deal for Sekiro. Let's see. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition, 70% off at $15. If I didn't have it on Xbox already, I would have purchased it. Oh, your game's on sale, Van.
What game is that?
My Friend Pedro is 15% off on Steam right now.
Oh, yep, 16.99. Yep.
Those are the notables that I see on the front page.
Yeah. So it's everybody's favorite sale.
Ring of Elysium is free to play. I didn't know that. PUBG is 50% off for anybody that has not purchased PUBG yet. Let's see. Dead Cells is 33% off right now at $16.74. That is a good deal for Dead Cells. Let's see. Siege is 50% off at $9.99. Dead by Daylight is 50% off at $9.99. Mortal Kombat 11, 17% off at $49.79. It's not a bad deal right there. 7 Days to Die is 66% off. The original Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is 40% off at $6. Which is not a bad deal at all. Axiom Verge is 50% off. There are a lot of deals on here.
Cooking Simulator. I didn't realize that game existed.
Yep, I did actually know Cooking Simulator existed. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is $23.99 at 60% off. Hitman 2 is $23.99 as well at 60% off. Dead or Alive 6 is $47.99, 20% off. A lot of deals going on right now. 30% off Phoenix Wright. Hunt Showdown is 25% off. Killing Floor 2 is 67% off. A lot of good games on sale right now. I could keep going on for ages.
I mean, Super John, it could pretend to make you cook, teach you how to cook.
Well, Cooking Simulator?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just cook by myself. 33% off Borderlands Game of the Year edition for anybody that did not purchase that yet or get a code at PAX. Uh, you can pick that up. Layers of Fear is 75% off at $5. That might be a purchase.
If you guys experience any latency while watching, we kind of been having issues with our internet off and on, so just FYI.
Lovely.
'Cause I've seen some skip frames already.
I did notice that too. Oh. Did we say Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
I don't know if you said that.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is 50% off at $29.99 right now. Yep. Devil May Cry 5 is 34% off at $39.59.
Yep. So, where it is, summer sale that everyone loves when they have PCs. Make sure you definitely go check them out. Fall sale is the best, but summer sale is pretty good.
Summer sale.
Oops, I closed my news window.
Yeah, there are so many games that are on sale right now. It would take me ages to go through it.
Yeah, that's the joys of the Steam stuff.
Oh, you'll like this one. Friday the 13th is 80% off.
What is it?
Friday the 13th is 80% off.
Yeah, most people play that on console, and I see that coming to be like a free to play soon.
Probably.
So, Wii U gets an unexpected update.
Wii U gets an unexpected what?
Yeah, that's bizarre. That came out of nowhere, huh?
What is this update?
Let me see.
That I did not know about.
I'll click on it. It says the Wii U has been a doormat part of the Nintendo hardware lineup in favor of the newer and much more successor Nintendo Switch. But it isn't entirely dead and gone yet, as the company still issues an occasional firmware update like one last week in the year 2019. The Nintendo support site doesn't list the update yet, but Nintendo Everything reports that the firmware update brings the system up to version 5.5.4. The update doesn't mention exactly what it does, but it likely adds improvement to overall system stability, and other minor adjustments have been made to enhance the user experience. That has been the trend for Wii U updates since the last major feature addition in 2014. The last system update came in September 2018. Excuse me.
And the rest of it's just blah, blah, basically, blah. We have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
Anything for South Park titles, Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole for Steam Summer Sale. Let me... Of course, I went off my Steam thing. Let's see. To the store. Let's see. Fractured Butthole is $5.99 and Stick of Truth is $5.99, but you could get a bundle for both of them for $10.78 on the Steam Summer Sale.
Trying to see what's going on with this video.
Okay. So it's 88% off right now. So both South Park games. If you get it in a bundle.
Nice.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's still playing. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking the video. All right. I believe that's really it for the news. Other than that, nothing else really major in the news. Kind of quiet, considering we just had E3. It's typical.
There is one piece of news.
What's that?
Tomorrow is Mario Maker 2 Day.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's tomorrow. Yeah.
Mario Maker 2 comes out tomorrow. I have been training, prepping myself, and I have not gotten any better.
You ready for it?
I am so ready for that game. That game's going to be sick.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So let's get into the topics at hand.
Let's do this.
All right. So one of the main topics that we're going to talk about today is Bernie Sanders is about to become a Twitch streamer.
He is.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so apparently Bernie Sanders has now joined the world of Twitch. But, however, we are not expecting him to play any video games anytime soon
Yes.
because he is using the Twitch platform along with YouTube and Facebook, kind of like using pretty much Restream. He's using Restream pretty much to reach out to his voters and go on the campaign trail. And he'll have weekly shows on pretty much Restream and up to date stuff. And I believe it started last night with the debates.
Mm.
Actually, I think he goes tonight during the debate. So actually, yeah. So I think he's gonna do, I believe, a live stream prior to it, and then the debates will happen later tonight on, I believe, MSNBC. The second night of Democratic debates. So pretty much that is what he is using Twitch for currently. So he will not be streaming any video games or anything like that. He won't be doing any fun stuff like that. Although it would be awesome if one of the candidates did it.
Yeah, but it's still a big thing. Kind of like Super John just said, with him being on Twitch. He does go for the youth, the young adults and teens. So he's a smart man.
The one thing I respect about Bernie, I'm still on the fence of who I would like to see come out of the Democratic Party. Um, but the one thing I do like about Bernie is he knows what the future is.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he needs to connect with the future because that is what's going to lead us into, obviously, for years to come. It's not going to be, no offense, the older Gen X slash baby boom. I forgot what the other period is called. Um, you know, that group, the
Mm-hmm.
older generation. It's going to be the newer generation. So he's reaching out to that generation pretty much, and hopefully he can get people to get out and vote this time around and stuff. There was a big turnout this past election, and this was just the midterms. So the presidential one's going to be that much bigger coming into it. So
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens with that, and then, like you said, he does have it in with the youth. I love Bernie, but his ideals give the older adults who have succeeded already lots of unfair pain.
I'll have to think about that one. So I'm not the most political person.
Oh, I'm
This
not
is
zero,
Yeah,
zero.
I would. I mean, let's put it this way: I have a family that is constantly in politics. So if I ever need updates, I could literally just go and ask them if I needed any more information on it. Um, you're pretty political. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you're involved and you know what's going on.
Super John, I wouldn't say you're political. You're debatable.
Oh wow.
You like to debate, so I'll give you that. But I've never talked politics with you, so you may very well be very political. So, um, all right, a little bit more into politics. Donald Trump doing something
Oh
to try to
boy.
ruin our life in buying video game consoles. Can you please get into a little bit more detail about that, Sal?
Oh, I guess I have to, huh? This
Yeah.
shouldn't even be a thing, but whatever. So yes, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony say Trump's tariffs will make consoles cost more. U.S. consumers will pay a total of $840 million more for consoles than they would without Chinese tariffs, the companies warn. That is the headline. Let's see, get right into it. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have written a joint letter to the Trump administration warning the government that its looming tariffs on Chinese goods will dramatically harm the video game industry and its employees. The companies also argued that the 25% tariff hike would result in U.S. consumers paying $840 million, like I said. While we appreciate the administration's efforts to protect U.S. intellectual property and preserve U.S. high-tech leadership, The disproportionate harm caused by these tariffs to U.S. consumers and businesses will undermine, not advance, these goals, the company said in the letter. In the 7-page letter to the Office of the United States Trade Representative, the companies warned that 96% of all video game consoles were constructed in China last year, and reconfiguring their entire supply chain to dodge the costs and be in compliance would be immeasurably harmful to the sector. The last thing I'll read is the video game console supply chain has developed in China over many years of investment by our companies and our partners, the companies wrote. It would cause significant supply chain disruption to shift sourcing entirely to the United States or a third country, and it would increase costs even beyond the cost of the proposed tariffs on products that are already manufactured under tight margin conditions.
Yes, sir.
So, pretty much, that the predictions that we made for what the Scarlet might cost and what the cost of the Xbox One X was. Let's put it this way: the Xbox One X was what, 500? Now it's 400. It's going back up to 500
Yeah.
at the least. Going back to 500.
That's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And it really affects us. But again, let's wait and see what happens. Because what they might do is instead up the cost of services. Because guess what? To play PlayStation, you need a PlayStation Plus.
Yes, you
Um,
do.
Xbox, you need an Xbox Gold.
Yes, you
So
do.
um, I could see them upping the service instead and continuously get more money, opposed to charging us as gamers one large sum more. That could be the defining factor of a gamer actually purchasing your console.
But it all depends on how much of a price hike this is going to be,
Right.
because we don't know. Because they're saying it's a substantial 100% right, Van. Upping the search will definitely happen. More than likely, it will happen. But they said this could be a substantial price hike. So it could be that plus upping the price of consoles,
Yeah.
which
Well, they don't
just
make a
while they
profit off consoles, so because of that, that's why you could definitely see them upping the cost on consoles. Because if they're already taking a hit, then they don't want to lose money.
they already said 96% of all the video game consoles are constructed in China.
Yep.
And this is just another. I'm not trying to get super political here, but this is just another Trump money grabbing plan that he's trying to do to get from China. And this is why, and he's all over the place with his statements. One week he's praising them, the next week he's crapping on them, then the week after that he's praising them again, then he's crapping on them. He does that with everybody, and I don't understand how people do not see that. He's incredibly fake.
Yep.
Not trying to be super, not trying to get whatever into it, but he's incredibly fake. Like, even going with Mueller, he crapped on Mueller during his report. The report was over, and Mueller came out with his statement. Then he praised Mueller. Now he's going to testify in front of the House, and now he's crapping on Mueller again. What do people not see about this guy? He's a cancer. He's an absolute cancer. He doesn't do anything to help us. And everybody's saying the economy's doing better. The economy's doing better. First of all, the economy's doing better because of what the other 8 years in office that just went down happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the economy is better. Give him another 4, the economy's going to be bad. I'm just saying. So, but anyway, that's my political rant for the day.
Yes, sir.
Point is, the government is trying to stick their nose, like Andre says, into the video game world now, because now they know that is the entertainment that's getting all the money.
Yep.
Even though this is the same guy that's blaming all the violence and stuff on entertainment.
Yep.
It's video games is the big proponent to him. So, but now all of a sudden they're going to do that stuff. Okay. Sure. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The universe is balancing the amazing good with amazing bad. I have to accept it. That's very true. That's one of those things. Like with every good thing we have, something bad does come along with it. Um,
I would disagree that you
You
just
have
have to accept
to,
it.
yeah.
You don't have to accept it. You can make change.
Yeah.
Hence, get out and vote.
Yeah.
You don't have to accept bad. Make things positive.
Um. Okay. All right.
Do you like that one?
Let's move
Told you
on.
I'd get a little fiery.
I thought that was good. I thought that was mild.
It was my.
Yeah. It was
You're right.
mild.
I could have gotten a lot worse, but
Yeah. Trust
let's
me.
leave it at that.
Talking political with some people. Um.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry. Like I'm getting like 8 messages at once. And
you are getting distracted way too much. Tell everybody to knock it off.
yeah.
Get
Well,
out.
I'm generally like I keep yawning, and that's not helping. I'm trying to
Oh, that does not help.
pep up. Um.
Pep up, Van.
So
Tomorrow is Mario Maker 2.
we all know how Van feels about Mario Maker.
Come on, man.
Um.
How do you know it could be better?
It's not even a question. I hope it's better. Like, I mean, it should be better. Um,
Oh, see, I forgot to ask you about this because Super John just brought this up. What do you think of the very sad Etika situation? You want to talk about it for a little bit?
sure.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
I didn't follow Etika at all. So I have no comment on him personally. As far as like, does it affect me? It doesn't affect me like it affects others. So I'm not a big stream watcher. Not a big YouTube watcher. I'm a huge YouTube watcher, but there's nobody that I follow. I used to follow Phil. Forget his last name. But
Oh, Phil DeMarco.
yeah, DeMarco. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
DeFranco.
DeFranco.
Philip
It was
DeFranco.
close. Close enough.
And I used to watch him religiously, and then he got really big, and then I stopped. And I didn't stop watching him because he got really big. It was just, I kind of stopped.
You had other things to worry about.
Yeah. So, like as far as streamers and playing games, like I can't watch people play video games. I can't. Like unless it's tournament based or stuff like that,
You bastard.
or if it's friends that I'm supporting. But like
Oh,
even
okay.
then, like I watch it because of support, nothing really else. So I don't get fun because I don't want the games to be spoiled. A lot of the games are games that I want to play, and if it's a game I don't care about or that can't be spoiled, then I'm okay with it. So, but the situation itself, like I don't know how big this guy is. Like I know a lot of people that have brought it up to me, and I've told them honestly, I'm not a pretender, so I'm just like I didn't know him, but I've read the situation in the news report today because they released it this morning. What happened, and they are calling it an investigation of suicide because there's a lot of evidence that he was in a very bad place mentally, and he shared a lot of information, a lot of videos talking about how he's not doing good and how he never thought suicidal thoughts before, and being cautious of it now and stuff like that. So they think that it's suicide by drowning, that he drowned himself. So
Yep.
it's very sad. Mental illness is a very, 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 very serious thing. Um, when I was younger, I always be like, I don't understand how people can kill themselves. It's such a serious thing because um, a lot of time it's not about the person. It's about whatever is going on in their head, and
Yeah.
as people we can't control that, so that's very tough. And the older I get, the more I'm realizing it with the struggles that I've been going through in my own personal life, that it's a very, 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 very serious thing, and it can consume you extremely fast.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more on that. I wasn't like a frequent watcher of Etika, but if I like to watch a lot of reaction videos, and especially with Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
And
reaction videos are pretty cool.
yeah, his reaction videos are awesome. So I would watch his reaction videos. I watched a few videos of his. He was a very funny guy. But what I heard about him was that the person on camera was not the person outside off the camera, and
Mm,
all I heard was good things about him. Off the camera, that he was a nice person, giving, all this other stuff. Basically, his persona online was that. Basically, was his persona. Um, he had put out a video the day he went missing. Saying like apologizing to everybody, saying I let you down and all this other stuff, and literally saying that he was gonna kill himself.
mm.
And Some people more than likely didn't take that serious. Probably said, "Oh, he's just doing it to get views and stuff like that." I watched that video and I immediately was like, "This is serious."
Yeah.
Like I knew like this is serious. Like if I knew where he was at the time, I would have tried to like find him and
Yeah.
whatever, like even just a random person, but like me, but
So what I'm gonna say is, there's always this picture, this meme that I see that goes around, and it talks about, um, it has Robert Williams on it. Um, it has Chris Farley on it,
mhm.
and it says sometimes some of the happiest people in the world are actually the most disturbed.
Yep,
The ones that hurt the most, the ones that make people laugh are the ones that are hurting the most. And I think that's very true. I think a lot of us miss out on a lot of information, a lot of strong signals. People always go, "I wish I knew. I wish there were some signs." And a lot of the signs are there. You're just not paying attention to them, which may not be a fault of your own. It's not something where you're like, "Oh, I'm a bad person because I could have and should have caught it." A lot of us get caught up in our own thing, and suicide is not by any means a new thing. I remember going a little bit later into my after high school, suicide rate was tremendous. It was huge, and like I'm like, what is going on in the world? Like, what the hell? And I couldn't get it, and it's a more there was even a point where I had to actually talk to my kids about it, where it got so scary. It's just like because you're hearing it all the time, and I want to educate them. Like, listen,
yep,
don't ever feel like you do. There's no one you can't talk to us. Like, even if you think you're gonna get in trouble, like you need to talk to us. That's a very serious thing, and I think when somebody is stuck mentally in the position that they're in, they don't want to talk.
no,
I'm very much a person that's like that, where, I personally get stuck in a lot of situations that I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the pain I'm going through. Me talking about my pain doesn't help me get out of my pain at all at all. I've done it, I've tried it, and it doesn't make me feel good. I don't enjoy it. I'd rather whatever problems I'm going through, I'd rather just fix it. And talking about it all the time doesn't really fix it. And if there is a time that I can talk about it that can help me feel better, then I will.
yeah,
So you gotta understand, like depression, all depression doesn't work the same. Some people are just like, oh, if you're depressed, you're depressed. Like, talk about it. Tell somebody. You know, that's the problem. That's the problem with depression. You
mhm,
feel like you cannot talk to anybody. That is
mhm,
the definition of depression. You are in a world by yourself. You feel like you are locked in a room in a corner by yourself, away from everyone. Nobody understands you. So, how are you supposed to talk to somebody to show them how you feel and express that you are in a danger that you don't want to be in? How are you supposed to express that to someone when you feel no one connects to you in the first place?
yep.
Very serious. It's very,
Yeah,
very, very serious.
yeah, and I know you go through it, and I know a few other people that have depression and stuff. I mean, everybody does get depressed
Yeah,
and stuff, but it's just on different levels with some people.
yeah.
And we have to understand that. We have to understand that mental health is a major issue in the society now, especially with social media now.
Oh, it
It's
makes it worse.
social media makes it much worse. And Super John even said it. Social media was the reason why Etika drew it drove him to do what he did. And because people egged him on and all this other stuff, and they thought he wouldn't do it, and he ended up doing it. So social media is just an absolute killer. It's easy to come out and just be like, "Oh, just ignore it, just ignore it, just ignore it." But then eventually, sometimes you just see some things, and it'll trigger you and stuff like that. So, I mean, I kind of talked about it on my stream the other day and stuff, but I feel like sometimes I kind of want to like say some stuff, but then like I look on social media and like people when they talk about depression are like, "You don't know what depression is. You don't know what depression." Well, I mean, you don't have to like try to like attack
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah,
people. Even
yeah.
like the people who do have depression, like some of them are going out and attacking. And
Hmm.
I'm like, why are you attacking?
Yeah.
Like, don't attack.
Yeah.
then help us out. This is the like that's still being negative, and it's not going to help you by being negative anyway. So anyway, I mean, the only thing I could say, because I don't suffer from depression and
Mm,
stuff like that. But I mean, the only thing I can do is to say to people like, if you talk to people, just check up on people
mm.
once in a while. Just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's life? If it was just like general banter, just like hit your friends up, talk to them, and just make sure everything's all good in the hood. I guess
And
so.
communicating and being there and understanding your friends is the most important thing you can do. And just showing that your friends, they're not by themselves, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what. Because a lot of the time, too, people are just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I can do to help in this situation. And
Yeah.
it's real. It's real.
Sometimes there's just things you can't control.
Hmm.
And that, I mean, and I have an issue with that. It's like, because I feel like I want to help everybody, but I don't recognize that sometimes there are situations that I just cannot control. And I do what I can, and I don't know if it's good enough or not,
Hmm.
but I just can only do what I can do.
That's it. That's all we
Stuff.
can all do, man.
Yep.
That's all we can all do. All right. Well, we have about 15 minutes after the show because we won't be able to do a 2 hour show today, but we get a solid hour. So I would like to get into some Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
My
Um,
goodness.
so Pokemon, where you can catch them all but can't use them all. um, I'm kidding when I say that way, but in a sense, they've released the information that any Pokemon that is not in the region, you can no longer use and play with. So therefore, they released this huge Pokemon bank, and you can't use all the Pokemon in there.
Nope.
So with that being said, there's a lot to kind of talk about with this on both sides. The understanding side is this is a whole new generation. This game is bringing a lot. So with you adding the Dino modes to it, Dino Max, um, it becomes very difficult because now they have to do that to all the Pokemon. That is a
Yes.
lot of Pokemon. So at some point in time, they have to be like, hey, we have to tone down a little bit. We know we cannot literally do this with every single Pokemon because the game will take forever and there's so much details in the programming. It's not as simple as just allow them to be Dynamax, like the programming and stuff like that. So I get it.
Yep.
It doesn't mean I agree with it. I get it. I've heard, well, we'd rather have all our Pokemon than have the stupid Dino mode. Yes, I
Yeah.
1000% agree with that. I said from the beginning, I think the Dynamax thing is something they didn't really need to add.
Nope.
But I don't get paid millions of dollars to make video games, successful video games at that. Pokemon has done such a tremendous job at making video games. I think a lot of people have to take a few minutes to be like, okay, let's trust them. You know what I mean? Let's see what they got in store. I personally think they will eventually add it. I just think it's just a right now thing where they're slowly going to be adding more and more and more and more and more and more and more to the rest of the game. But I just think at the beginning it's too much, and they want to get the game out.
Yeah. Uh, I can agree with that. I can understand that you can't make every single Pokemon Dynamax.
Mm.
But at the same time, it makes me think like, so why did we make a Dynamax mode?
Because they're Pokemon and they want to try something different.
I get that, but let's put it this way. Last 2 gens ago, when it was X and Y, they
Mm.
introduced Mega Evolutions,
Yep.
which at first I thought, okay, maybe that's a little overkill. But then after playing, I was like, all right, this actually works. Like, it's a legit thing that works, and it changes up a matchup completely. You get jacked up stats with certain Pokemon. Certain Pokemon can Mega Evolve. I was fine with it. I was
Mm.
cool with the Mega Evolution. The next gen was Z moves with Sun and Moon,
Yep.
where it was like
Yep.
super powerful moves.
Yep.
I was like, okay, still, but The Z moves weren't like a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't make a huge difference, I guess, in some aspects. So, because there's workarounds with all those anyway. Like you can definitely work around all those moves with different strategies. Um, but now they decided to do Dynamax, which is basically just a different evolution for this region. This region. Uh, but the problem is now that they did that, the stuff that you had the past two gens are now gone. So now there's no Mega Evolutions and there's no Z moves. A lot of those Mega Evolve Pokemon were really good, and I would have rather taken that than now making giant Pokemon as this is going to be looking like a necessity
Yeah.
at this point. If this is going to happen, then this is a necessity in Pokemon battles for this game.
So one of the things about me is I'm one of the people that when I play, I'm going to catch every single Pokemon in the game, every basic form, every Pokemon. I want
Yeah, for the
every single Pokemon. So for those players being that way myself, that did that and dedicated all this time, and now they have the next gen and they can't even play all their Pokemon in their library. I completely hear you. I understand. Um, I'm not saying that you guys' voice isn't right or how you feel, you shouldn't feel that way. I'm saying you should feel that way. I feel quite the opposite. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, let's give Nintendo a shot with this. Like, let's see what's going to happen because I think jumping to conclusions so early in the game doesn't help out anybody because nobody knows anything.
right.
So,
It's almost like, how do I say this? Like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, when that came out, was introducing like Pokemon Go aspects onto the home console.
yep,
So it was kind of like a blueprint of maybe things you could do with Pokemon.
yep.
Now we have Sword and Shield, and they did this Dynamax mode and stuff like that. But there's not a lot of. They said like so far there's 170 Pokemon that have been confirmed for Sword and Shield, which is 20 more than the original generation game.
Hmm.
Hopefully there's more. We'll see. But maybe this is almost like a blueprint for something else in the future.
Hmm.
Because going back to when the Switch first came out and Breath of the Wild was with the release date, the first thing I kept saying was now the Breath of the Wild looked like the blueprint to what future Zelda games could be.
Hmm.
And they put this game out. There were some aspects where you could see that it was very similar to other areas in the game. So it almost looked like they kind of not threw it together, but like kind of toned back, being a little more creative with more kind of playing safe and see if this would work. And sure as shit, Breath of the Wild worked. A freaking one game of the year on 2017.
Yep.
But I always felt like that is the blueprint. Now Breath of the Wild, well, Breath of the Wild 2, I don't know what the name is going to be, is now in production.
Hmm.
Now they're going to be able to take from Breath of the Wild and the success that it had and implement certain other things into the game now. So now they can play around with it
Right.
because they have that blueprint. Maybe this is what this is
Hmm.
with Sword and Shield. Maybe this is a blueprint to see what could be in the future for Pokemon. Maybe we do get an MMO of Pokemon in the future
That'd
on
be
the
great.
Switch. I don't know if it would be. I don't know if the Switch is powerful enough to hold that. But if the rumored Switch Pro eventually comes out and does have more power and works effectively, it might be able to run a game like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, so as much as I want to be really mad, and I'm still kind of aggravated that I can't transfer certain Pokemon over to the game, I'm still gonna get it. I'm still gonna play it,
Hmm.
and I'll see how it all works out in the end. I'm
Yeah.
just mad that I can't Mega Evolve Pokemon anymore. I was like, really?
Yeah, I'm
Like the
just I'm
what?
just glad that I didn't play as hardcore in all the games. and then
I'm
expect to be
sorry.
able to play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I
But
know. How
so,
dare you?
all in all, bad stuff. But you're kind of like, let's see how this plays out. I guess.
It's a will see.
Yeah, I
It's an
agree.
absolute will see.
So the problem is people who played the games won't be able to play their old Pokemon on a new Pokemon game. Yeah, it's a
But
little more complicated than that.
that's always been a thing, though. Like, if there's any main thing that people have always wanted with Pokemon, is that every gen somehow you can transfer your old Pokemon into the newer game.
Right.
And I'm one of those people too. I will fully admit I'm one of those people too. That I like to take some of my older Pokemon that I took the time to build up and make sick nasty
Mm-hmm.
and put them in the new game.
Yep.
But now I can't do that. But at the same time, I understand why Nintendo and Game Freak do take the time to not let that happen, because then you get into things like hacking Pokemon
Yep.
that could happen and stuff like that. So I can understand why they wouldn't let you do that. Maybe this new Pokemon thing, Cloud service that will be coming out next year.
Will
Um,
cause us to allow us to do it.
Maybe it probably won't allow us to do it because they're saying you can't put old Pokemon in there, which a lot of people were thinking with the cloud service they could take their old Pokemon, put it in the cloud, and then take it from the cloud to
Nope.
the Sword and Shield.
Yep.
That's what I thought too.
Yep.
But it sounds like that's not going to happen. It's just going to be anybody from the Galar region will be able to transfer in and out from the cloud service. So
Way to go, Pokemon.
thanks, Game Freak.
Well, other than that, was there anything else that you want to add
Um, we have to say a few words
for?
for a game that's been out for 4 years, but now it's going to be laid rest in peace. Super Mario Maker
One?
1.
I bet
It
we'll
was a good run.
turn that in before they close up shop.
I might play some Mario Maker 1 tonight before I go to bed. I was thinking about streaming it. I don't
Did you
know.
get uh,
Did I what?
you got digital for Mario Maker 2?
No, I got physical.
Okay.
I got physical because I'm a physical guy, so I have to go pick
Yeah,
it up.
that's why I
I'm gonna
was.
pick it up after work tomorrow.
That's why I caught myself because then I was just like, oh wait, no, he usually gets physical.
Nope, I get physical. Yeah, maybe I'll play some Mario Maker 1 tonight in memory of it because
Oh.
this is it. This is it. Sell it at GameStop for 50 cents. Hell, you crazy.
Well, that's it for us this week, boys and girls.
Mhm.
Next week we'll hopefully have Andre back. He's sick today, so we'll have Andre back and we'll get into a few more different topics. So that's it for us. We'll catch you guys next week. Until then, peace.